Welcome to Lesson 3 in Saxon Math Course 1. Today we'll be talking about unknown numbers in addition and unknown numbers in subtraction. We have a lot of objectives for the lesson today, but don't panic because the lesson is not as long as it looks like it's going to be on this slide. So after this lesson, you should be able to use subtraction to find an unknown addend in an addition problem. Check the answer to an unknown number in an addition problem by using the answer in place of the letter in the original problem. Find the unknown minuend in a subtraction problem by adding the subtrahend and the difference. Find the unknown subtrahend in a subtraction problem by subtracting the difference and the minuend. Check the answer for an unknown number in a subtraction problem by using the answer in place of the letter in the original problem. Some review from last time. Remember the parts of a multiplication problem. We multiply factors together to get a product. And remember the parts of a division problem, the dividend, divisor, and quotient. And we always need to remember the steps for long division. We'll be using that a lot. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. We'll practice that a lot this year. And remember, you can make fact families with multiplication and division problems just like you can with addition and subtraction. All right, let's get into our new concept for today. So in an addition problem, if you are missing one of the addends, it doesn't matter which one you're missing, you will always subtract the other addend from the sum to find the missing number. So here's an example. M stands for a missing number here. Plus 6 equals 28. So we need to figure out what plus 6 equals 28. In order to do that, we subtract the addend we know from the sum. So we do 28 minus 6 equals 22. We check the answer by replacing the letter in the original problem with the answer we got. So does 22 plus 6 equal 28? Yes, it does. Let's continue on then. Missing numbers in subtraction are a little more complicated. So if we're missing the minuend, and if you remember, that's the first number in the problem, you're going to add the difference and the subtrahend to solve. So here's an example. D stands for our missing number in this one. Minus 7 equals 16. So we're thinking, what minus 7 equals 16? To figure that out, since we're missing the minuend, that has to be the biggest of the three numbers. So we're going to add the two numbers to find the missing minuend. 16 plus 7 equals 23, and then we check it by putting 23 into the problem. 23 minus 7 does equal 16. Now if you're missing the subtrahend, or the middle number, then you need to subtract the difference from the minuend. So here's an example of that. We have k, the missing number in here. 18 minus k equals 6. If we were to add 18 and 6, k would be bigger than 18, and that would not work if we had a number bigger than 18 in the spot for k, because then our difference in our original problem would be negative, and you can see here that that is not a negative number, so it cannot be that way. That's why we need to subtract. So we subtract the difference from the minuend. 18 minus 6 equals 12. We put 12 in for k to check, and 18 minus 12 does equal 6. By the way, you just learned algebra. Any math problem that has an equal sign in it is an equation. You'll hear that word more and more as you move farther along in math. And when you're solving for an unknown number, which are those letters we used, we call those variables, that's pretty much what you do in algebra all the time. So you learned a very simple form of algebra today. Nice job with that. That's the end of your lesson. I told you it wouldn't be too bad, even though we had lots of objectives. Make sure you answer the practice problems and make sure you type up any questions you have in that discussion section, and we will talk about them next time. We'll see you in the next video.